Hello, and welcome back to the Queenly Conversations podcast, the space where we learn from our collective journeys, lean into our individual greatness, and level up for the win. I am your host, Shanita Newton, and I want to just take the time to thank you all for bearing with me during this brief hiatus. Your girl's just been experiencing life. This queen is navigating through, though, and I pray that life is bringing you much joy and blessings. Just a reminder, our Entrepreneurship Unfiltered series is sponsored by Newton Creative Consulting. Woo-hoo! I'm so proud of the work that we do. We are a firm that specializes in providing quality graphic and web design services for brands, small businesses, and nonprofit organizations. So if you ever need us, feel free to reach out to us. You can find us on Instagram or Facebook at The New CC, or visit our website at thenewcc.co. So today's episode is all about making that business legit. So if you're a side hustler that's working to make your side hustle your main hustle, or you already own a business and you just want to make sure you cover the bases. Today we're going to walk through 5 steps that'll help you make sure your business is legitimate. So grab your business journal and a pen and let's get started. So the first step is to make sure that you have your EIN. It's an employee identification number. Sometimes it's called a tax ID number. It's kind of like the social security number for your business. Even nonprofits have these. So if you have an idea for a nonprofit, one of the first things you need to do is apply for an EIN, and you can do that through the IRS. So you just go to irs.gov and just follow the prompts on the screen. They'll get you registered. Now, you will need to determine what kind of structure you'll have for your organization. There's an option for nonprofit 501c3s. There's an option for LLCs, which is very widely chosen. A lot of people choose the LLC structure just because in the event that something happens and your assets are, you are in a lawsuit with someone about your services, while they can possibly come for your business assets, an LLC is a limited liability company, and it protects people from being able to pursue your personal assets in that event. Now, that's not my strong suit, so that's all I really have to share about that. But you'll need to determine your structure for your organization, and then you apply for your EIN. Like I said, it's through irs.gov. Step number 2, register with your state's Secretary of State. In the state of Georgia, where I live, the website is sos.ga.gov. But if you just Google SOS, insert your state here, it'll pull it right on up for you. Once you get to this step, you'll need to file like an articles of incorporation, but you want to register with the Secretary of State because you'll need to use that information to go on to step 3, which is begin a business checking account. In order for you to do that at a banking institution, you'll need to have proof that you're an actual business. And by registering that with the Secretary of State and by having your EIN, you'll be able to create that account. Now, it's kind of important for you to go ahead and set up a business checking account because what you want to do is delineate your personal checking from your business checking. There are many benefits associated with getting a business checking account. Business banking offers limited personal liability protection by keeping your business funds separate from your personal account. Additionally, it offers a level of professionalism. When your customers make payment, they'll be able to pay your business instead of paying you directly. And then as you continue to scale and grow, when you issue a task out to employees to act on behalf of the business in your stead while also protecting your banking information. Another benefit of establishing a business checking account includes the fact that you are now able to really track your revenue in the areas that generate the most revenue for you and the areas that generate the least. You'll also have the ability to track your cash flow, forecasting your high revenue generating months versus months when you don't generate as much revenue, and you'll be able to plan accordingly. Okay, so now we've received our EIN, we've registered with our Secretary of State, we started our business checking account. The next step is to create a profile on sam.gov and get registered for what's called a unique entity identifier. Upon successful completion of the application process, it's a number that's issued by the federal government to nonprofits and small businesses. And here's why you want to start that process. The federal government allocates a percentage of all federal government contract dollars to small businesses. Now, in addition to them allocating for that purpose, they also have a list of categories that they try to allocate a significant percentage for disadvantaged communities, to include women-owned small businesses, minority-owned small businesses, service-disabled veterans, and Hub Zone program participants. So, if you are a woman owning a business, if you are a person of color, if you are a veteran, if you are economically disadvantaged, you can potentially bid for the procurement of these contracts. However, in order to certify as one of those designated entities through the Small Business Administration, the first step is for you to attain your UEI, your Unique Entity Identifier, and that's through sam.gov. The final thing I'd like to share today is the idea of attaining business insurance to provide the coverage that you need to protect your business and its assets. Now, this is also on my to-do list. I'm currently shopping for insurance to cover Newton Creative Consulting. So the first step to purchasing or attaining business insurance is to assess your risks. Is your business in an area that's prone to flooding? Does your industry in general incur a lot of lawsuits? What kind of equipment did you have to purchase in order to fulfill your services? You want to protect the business and its assets against anything that could damage it. Then you need to find a reputable licensed agent that can help you with commercial insurance. Shop around, look at different options. After purchasing, it is recommended that you review your policy each year, because as the business grows, so do your liabilities. And it's important to have the correct types and amount of insurance to cover the growing assets of your business. As I said earlier, I am working to attain business insurance for my organization, and so I'll keep you posted on what I figure out and what works out for us. So if you have any follow-up questions about today's episode or have any topic suggestions, feel free to slide into our DMs. Hit us up at queenly_convos, CONVOS, on Instagram. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Queenly Conversations podcast. As always, I'd like to leave you with affirmations to help you on your journey. And today's are for the entrepreneur at heart. My business is overflowing with opportunities, and every day I'm working to build a successful company. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Queenly Conversations podcast. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you are using to listen in today. It helps other queens to find and join our tribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at queenly_convos. That's QUEENLY_CONVOS. Until next time, continue to shine, Queen.
Queenly Conversation.